Welcome back, everybody.
Good morning. We're doing another test show to see how we're doing, and we have some new equipment, and we can actually read things. Cool.
Yep. Thanks to a good donation from
A friend of ours, yeah.
Lane Dusenberry. Thank you very much. This helps out immensely. And
Totally cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna do a little more cleaning here, or finish off cleaning what we got. We got just the tail end of the Ruderalis here. Hard to see down that hole, but we'll open up to our cigars and see how they did. I have looked at cigar rollers online. Boy, it'd be nice to have one of them. Those things some of them are kind of spendy, but having a deck to lay your leaves on while you roll the cigar would be a good idea. And one of them ones that just looks like a cigarette roller, I don't think those work very
I don't
good.
think those would work very good. It would be hard to put the leaves in there,
Yeah.
you know.
But still, we clip the ends and stuff on the next time we try a cigar and see how it goes.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's start off with a cigar and see how it goes.
All right. Let's open these up here.
All right.
These were the small ones.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like it rolled up
One
on
there.
too. Did we get two?
I think there's two of them. There's two.
Well, that looks a little holy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Stubby.
bad.
Very good. Let's open this one here too.
Yeah.
And see. Can we?
Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, ripping our stickers.
They're just stickers. Hold them. This is the big one.
What up, Comic Dwellers?
No, I think we got it rolled inside out. We need some learning
Welcome.
on rolling cigars.
Get a little some clippers, clip those off.
Yeah.
Look at that big old thing.
I hope it's smokable.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was probably about a foot long. Right at.
Who got up there now?
Las Vegas Gnome Candy checking in.
Las Vegas branch gnome candy. Very
Yeah.
good.
All right.
Good morning, fellas.
Good morning, guys.
Oh, and female.
Right? That is sweet. We're gonna clip these little ends off here that folded the wrong direction when
we rolled
we rolled it there.
All right, here's the other one. No, I don't think this one did it.
No.
No, it didn't do it. That was the first try. Well. Live and learn.
Greetings. How was everybody this morning? Everybody got your coffee,
Atomic Dwellers, cool.
joints, bowls.
We're going to try to smoke one of these things. We can't not. So we'll get this moved over a bit here.
Which one?
I don't know. You want to try the little... This one looks pretty good. We got some clipping, but I don't know if it's airtight or not.
Yeah.
But we'll try it and see.
That is the thing. It is really tough to get the leaves airtight, which is why you have to overlap them a lot.
So but we'll see about that. And go. Let's see, lighter. Because I didn't bring one. Boy,
Come to the table with no lighter?
No kidding. We're terrible.
Hey, anybody got a lighter?
I know, rub the two sticks together.
All right. I will grab one real quick.
All righty. We got a forest fire here in the basin or in the Rogue Valley. I just thought I'd let some people know forest fires block the smoke blocks the UV rays of the plant or to the plant, and with a prolonged fire with smoke in the air, your plants will tend to hermaphrodite or just plain weird out altogether. And it can take just only a week or two for it to really start to show. So we're dealing with the smoke from the Canyonville fire. You can probably find it on Facebook. I've seen a couple pictures there. It's gone from 15 or 16 acres 2 days ago to, I don't know, rough guessing today, I'd say 80 acres. But I don't know for sure, so I'll find that out in a little bit. All right, fire that thing up. Let's hope it works.
Rule number 1, always have your lighter. Never forget it. Or we already wake and baked and just forgot it.
Well, we did that too.
All right, there we go.
Oh, it's not airtight.
No.
Nope, not airtight.
Not airtight.
No.
And, yep, right there. Bummer.
All right, so much for round 1 of our cigar making. We're going to have to refine it considerably, I imagine, because we thought for sure these would be airtight. So, but we'll work on that as the summer goes.
Another project.
Yep, another project. We'll see how that is.
Yeah.
And this one, I don't
know if that'll be airtight either.
I don't think so either. But it's a nifty little try. So anyway,
I guess if we can roll it super, super tight, which,
well, yeah, I think the leaves have a lot more to do with it too. We need to trim the leaves on the ends.
Roll short ones
better.
Super tight.
Yeah.
Not so
Get a
big.
decent roller and try it with a good
up.
roller. But some rollers, some of the ones I've looked at or something online are somewhere around $300 or $400, and that's kind of like way out of my budget.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's what we're going to try to find to see about getting us a roller so we can make a decent one. We kind of like the Canagar idea. Done it before. We just have to refine it so we can do it again. So, okie dokie. So we try to take out some seeds.
Let's go through the rest of our smoke here. Hopefully we can find a few more seeds. We have at least 40 to 50 seeds already.
We've got enough to propagate what we got.
That's right.
But we're gonna do this here. Yeah, we'll just put a bunch out there. And a bunch out here to work our way down to the bottom of the bag. We only have 2 tables to 2 of these. So. I'm just gonna set them out there.
That sucks. It's not airtight.
I know.
You have fun in the garden with that.
Oh, there's a seed already. Pop. Woo! Right there. Very good. So,
is that in the bottom of the bag?
No, that's just out of one of the buds here. So, the bottom of the bag's still down there. So,
But yeah, ever since yesterday, the forest fires, like my father was saying, the smoke kind of covered the valley.
It socked us in, so we're hoping that our state forest fires can get to it and get it took care of before it gets too big for the feds to come in. Because the feds don't put fires out anymore. Over the last 5 or 10 years, they've done some huge fires around here, and they direct them so that they try to direct them away from people so that, and just let them burn. And I don't know if it's just something they do or if it's a money thing for them. I mean, because they can declare whole areas just burnt, and then they can get assistance for that. And it's a moneymaker, that's for sure. But I like the area I live in, and I would wish they just put the fire out instead of directing. So, and I'll probably get in trouble for saying that one. Well, there's another seed. Cool.
Hey.
So we'll have to pop these seeds out when we get done. All of a sudden you hear you crunching up a bud and it goes tick on the table.
And so as of right now, guys, we're just kind of doing kind of surprise live videos. Uh, but as soon as, because right now I'm working on the weekends, and so uh, as soon as I'm all done working on the weekends, we're gonna figure out a set time, and we will do our live shows on a certain day at a certain time.
Right now, we're still learning about what the equipment we got and other equipment we've had and how to make them work. So, very good. Let's go. If you want to put anything in here, it's open. So, I drop some of this stuff in there.
Yeah, this stuff smells so good.
It does. So. Green hand.
Lay in that carpet, you little.
Yeah. You know, our plants in the garden have ash on them this morning. It started last night, actually, when the wind changed and came this direction more. But if you're in an area where you got a forest fire, ash isn't bad for the plant. It looks a little unsightly because it looks like dandruff. And you can wash it off with water, but the ash is going to mix with the water and stay on the plant at that point. Or you can, if that's okay, that's fine. Or you can get yourself like a leaf blower or a shop vac and hook it up backwards and blow your plants off. If the ash gets too prevalent to really, or where you think it's going to be harming your plant, because they do breathe through the leaves, and that's where the ash is going to be. So I blow them off with a leaf blower, but I kind of stand back a ways because you don't want to blow the limbs and the limbs and the leaves off your plant. So you just want to gently, blow the ash off. And it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter.
Yeah.
Cleaning the plant, you're still going to have ash on it by the end of the day. So that's just something you have to kind of maybe work into your routine if you're doing, cleaning the plants off. So don't be afraid. I mean, it's just potash, and potash is actually good for the plant. So, I mean, that's one of the substances they thrive on. So
it's good nitrogen.
That's right. Don't be afraid. So it just gets a little thick sometimes. I haven't found any more seeds in them too.
Just about down here.
Put these in there. We still got a little bit of the bottom of the bag stuff. Yeah. That sounded like something. Of course, it could be leaves or limbs too here.
Right.
These things. But now we'll. We got a call from a heads up from our friend the Cisco Kid. Is that right?
Cisco Kid. Yeah.
He's actually been trying our method of trimming and that sort of thing, and I hope it's paying off for him. He's totally happy with the way things are going. So just be patient and see how things go. Now that if you get them trimmed up like that, you don't have to worry about them for a month or so. You can pick them pretty easy if you're going to do any touch-up picking. So go ahead and do that and fertilize daily. Pick a couple days where you do nothing but water with water, just plain water. Soak them with water. Water's good. They do love it. And
like once a week.
Yeah, once a week.
Once a week.
Once a week, I do that myself, and I just hose the whole bed down. It also gives the roots more place to run instead of watering in a ring around the bottom of your plant. The roots would tend to stay right close. But if you water outside and just do the whole bed, the roots will reach out. So however far the outside or the area of your plant growing, that is about where how far out the roots go under the ground. So just watering the whole bed helps the roots reach out, which causes the plants to get bigger. So they do. That's a little light one. This one's a good one here.
That one's kind of immature there.
Yeah, no, that works. So,
Olden days. Happy Friday.
it is.
Thanks for joining. And Trisha Gray, welcome.
Good morning. Coffee.
Smoke. Let's see. Yeah, I think it was just that one.
Yeah, that's all I had was just the one there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here. You got your tray empty?
Yeah.
There you go. That's it, fellas. All right. See what we got here. Got your pipe? Oh, that's bad as light. Oh, okay. Now we're going to do a wake and bake with Rudy here. All right. Let's grind this stuff down. I'd say from the sounds of it, we got most of the seeds out we got.
So we did pretty good all together.
Yes, we did. Better than I was thinking. A lot of people said they didn't think we could do it. Of course, I thought we got pretty darn lucky. So.
I thought we could do it. Solid confidence right there.
But it is nice to be able to, we'll be able to send some of these seeds back to our friends in Alaska. And they really appreciate it because the plants that we used didn't hermaphrodite. They were good, clean male, female, plants, which is a good thing. That was one of the first things I was asked when they called was if the plants had hermaphrodited.
Check it out. Cisco the Kid, welcome.
Good morning, Cisco.
We were just talking about you.
Pleasantly. I'm glad you're having a positive effects with the trimming and that sort of thing. It really does sound backwards a lot, but the way it turns out is totally different. So keep it up, be patient, and we'll see how we all do at the end of the year. I can't wait.
I can't wait to see the rest of that, of our Ruderalis plant after we topped. How's that looking after we topped it?
It's got 12 buds as big as my arm right now.
Oh, man.
I'll have to take pictures or something. But yeah, all the buds that were left on the bottom, the branches, are budding themselves. And yeah, they all think they're the top. So, but yeah, I've got 8, maybe 10 buds as big as my arm now. So
Easy.
We'll see about posting a picture or two of the Ruderalis the way it is here in the next day or so. Maybe I can do it after I get back home even.
Just working in the garden, huh? It's a good day for that.
Cool. See, is everything coming in on the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're going up. Okay, cool.
Let's see. All right. We got all this.
Oldman days. Hello, boy. Very good. What's the atomic blower rule number 1 at the keep? Make sure you have your own life. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, I think we pretty much got it here. Let's see. What can we feed off the top? Let's see. Yeah, pretty much looks like we got it done.
Yeah.
Let me shoot right
I
over
don't
there.
even see another premature. premature ones there.
Yeah, well, put them in too if they're premature. But too premature, you don't sweat it.
There's that one, but
Oh, yeah. We got.
oh,
Well, that is still
we get
pretty viable. It's got some color to
a
it.
little bit.
That's a nice fat waxy one.
Might get lucky with that one.
So yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
Excellent. Finally got the rest of Ruderalis cleaned out.
We sure did.
Excellent.
Looks good. So where's the bag? We got the bag it on. The Ruderalis seed. Okay. All right. Well, we get this off the table too here. So. Ooh, that one didn't come apart all.
Yeah,
We'll hang on to this.
how's that one?
Same way. This is worse than the
Same.
other one. Yeah, this is third try.
Back to the drawing board.
Yeah. So, and I think really having a proper cigarette roller or cigar roller would be a big benefit, because then we can cut the ends off the stems and tips and make them square and roll them in pretty good.
Yeah.
Them bigger rollers.
Man. Yeah.
Very
I feel
good.
like Clint Eastwood. Yeah.
Dang.
Sweet.
Very good. Remember your green hands?
The true meaning of a green thumb. Right?
I don't know if you can see it or not. It's hard to see it on the TV screen, but all this just rubbed up off of my hand.
Some finger hash.
Yeah, smells good. Ruderalis.
Ruderalis. Can't wait. Those are going to be some massive buds.
Yes, they are. And this is what we got off our hands just a minute ago. But we'll leave that for in the smoke later.
Have we ever heard of a type of weed that is to be drank?
Put it in a liquid?
Besides for like tinctures, they got tinctures, and they do make all sorts of hemp drinks nowadays. You can even see them inside of the dispensaries now.
Huh.
But other than tinctures, I think tinctures are a good liquid. Yeah, the tinctures definitely. Gnome candy tincture.
Is one of the plants from our Las Vegas branch. I don't know.
Oh,
Well, let's see if we can post that a little bit later.
remember, guys, we also post a lot of our pictures that some of you don't see on YouTube on our Instagram. It's Father and Son's Trimming Tutorials, and on Facebook as well.
Cool.
We also have Las Vegas branch for people to view other gnome candy down there.
Let's put this away before we do
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Let's do with the other
Throw it
one.
on the plate.
Okay.
Just sweeping the seeds around.
Yeah, no kidding.
No, we don't want them there.
There it is. All righty. We'll put it down here out of the way. Very good. Yeah, I took pictures last night also of the Jack Frost, the first plant and the second plant after they'd been cleaned here a few days ago, and they're starting to set. I mean, sometimes cleaning a plant and trimming it up like we do kind of forces the plant to go to the next stage or something, or to step up their growing a bit. So yeah, within 4 days or so, I'd say that they've set. The pictures I got last night were in the dark, so they were with a red light, but you can still tell, that they're starting to set really good. So
Was that almost 2 weeks ago?
What, we cleaned them things?
that we topped the Ruderalis.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
not too long.
It was 2 weeks. So yeah,
we
should
did it
be,
on what, the 18th or something.
I think it was like the 19th, maybe. It was a few days after the 17th. We had a plan for the 17th.
Yeah, days just didn't work out that way. So
Yeah.
but no, I'm amazed at the way things are going this year. I'm just hopeful that the fire and the smoke doesn't stick around, because that is a bad hindrance. Like I said before, it stops a lot of the UV rays from coming through the atmosphere that the plants soak in and every day. So trying to keep them going and hoping, they're praying that they don't hermaphrodite or just weird out on you altogether.
Yeah, it does make them weird out.
Yeah.
See, you heard about it in the 90s with the tinctures. Tinctures been around that long?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you spray it in your mouth and it soaks into the side of your tongue and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen people walking around go like that. Kind of like people with a little vape pen go, and blow it out and then walking down the street. It's funny.
When do we think our other plants will start what?
To set?
Start tossing?
Yeah. Our Jack Frost is what we consider an early girl type plant. It just seems to begin to set like it is now. I'd say 3 weeks or so before the average plant. I'm not saying that that's actually true. I mean, it's not true, but there are other strains that do the same thing also, will bud early. But this is just, we consider it an early girl. So our gnome candies will follow in about 3 weeks, I think, just rough guessing. We'll keep track of that too. So, but it is nice to have an early girl strain, because if things are done with them before the others, I mean, it just kind of saves when it comes time for harvesting at the end of the season to be able to have these plants done and out of the way so you can take care of what's coming up next. Because if everything harvests or matures and finishes all at the same time, all of a sudden you got like 8 or 10 plants that need taken care of now, not in a week or two. So that's one of the benefits of an early girl type plant. So, and I'm just happy that things are going the way they're going for ourselves as well as others. I myself had never even considered doing this sort of thing ever.
Yeah.
So
it is pretty amazing. We're spreading out pretty big.
It's fun.
Let's see, Zach Poland, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Zach.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but
it is.
Once you get one, you just it's like an addiction. You got to get more.
Keep going. That's right. So you like your tattoos, though.
Yeah. Let's see. It was called ditchweed. Well, when I was in high school, it was Mexican
dirtweed.
There was Mexican dirtweed, and then
that stuff gave you the munchies so bad.
The super Mexican weed, and you go buy a pound just in a compressed block, and you just break it up, and you end up with this huge pile.
Yeah, you have to steam it and that sort of
thing. It was hard to find good green bud. Like nowadays it's everywhere. I can't even find Mexican or anything like that.
Yeah, there's no real need for importing it,
Right?
But still, our own plants and stuff, everybody's hybriding for what they really need, and that's cool. That's really cool.
You grew in the south, and you grew wild in the south, and it looked like
Gorilla Grow,
and it looked like the Ruderalis. Excellent,
cool.
How did that turn out? Remember Kind Bud? Do you remember Kind Bud?
Huh?
Kind Bud?
What are we looking at here?
No, I don't think so.
Sometimes there's
let's
things
see.
that others have around the country that we don't have here.
Okay, here's a question. My outdoor plant, I have a few of the big water leaves are curling under like an upside down canoe. I can't see any bugs, and he's half, but I'm half blind. That would make it a little hard to see.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, magnifying glass might help as far as seeing closer. Um, you mean
like
a leaf
like
is going like this,
curling down,
or is it curling like this on the end of the fingers
or curling
and
under
browning?
under like an upside down canoe. Yeah, so canoe's like this, so it's like this.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Generally, if you got the end of your fingers on your leaves are browning and they're curling like this under, and it goes up, a little bit farther, you got to back off. Usually, back off on your fertilizer some by about half for maybe a few days or a week, just because that's generally a sign of burning too much fertilizer, uh, too stiff of a mix.
what if they're not browning though? If they're just curling?
They're just curling.
Mm.
Sometimes that's just age. I mean, we got lots of leaves that just curl.
Remember, I had one growing in here that it was kind of on the borderline of having root rot, of being watered too much,
Yeah.
and it was kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, that would depend.
And so
Yes.
I let it dry out like an extra day or so
Before you watered again.
before I watered
Okay.
again, and then I didn't water as much
Oh.
when
So-
I did.
That's a good idea. So it's also one of the points of curling and stuff. But I was just, wondering if the leaves were rolling over and being upside down. I've seen that, but I think that's kind of like mutation stuff. And I didn't really consider it a fertilizing problem or something that we were doing to the plant. So, but as far as like bending and curling, even droopy, something like that can be too much fertilizer. It'll lock your plant up so that the plant won't absorb because it is being shocked by too much fertilizer or too much water, like my son says, for root rot. Root rot is really hard to detect too because it's going to be like this far below the surface of the soil.
Oh, hidden
Down here, that's right. And you got to kind of dig away down around it get right down there and look. And the stalk, right about this far into the ground, will be kind of slimy like. That you could like go up there and just wipe the bark or something off the plant, right off the surface there. And that's why I don't water within like this far, or I guess this far of a diameter from my stalk. I try not to water within this area. It helps prevent that, the root rot thing. Rock wool, I've noticed, also does that. Phone call, really?
answer a phone call.
Really? No kidding. Hello?
Really? Look at this guy.
Guess not.
Let's see.
Are we there?
Used to be merch, mids, kin, BC,
Oh,
or
well,
beasters, green
I'm
bud.
sorry.
Everything
That
is
was-
green bud now. Yeah.
That was a 907 number. Might have been Alaska. So, used to do what, merch?
Let's see. It used to be merch, mids, kin, BC, or beasters, green bud. Like I said,
Everything is green bud, that's right.
now, and it is. There's a green bud and hemp.
That's right.
I never thought I would see the day just fields of hemp just growing up, all over the valley.
That's right. We've got old dairy farms and stuff here that are hundreds of acres that we drive by that are planted now, the CBD stuff, and that's cool because there will be a market for it, and not only here but other places. So the mailing and stuff like that you should check out. I mean, it is basically illegal or not socially acceptable, let's say. But they are going to have to change it, and they have changed some mailing processes. So Google it and you'll find out the finer points about it. So we did that the other day, and I was kind of surprised. But I didn't bring any information with me today, and so that's where you can find it. Is Google it, and you'll be amazed at what they're doing. I read in Colorado alone over the period of 3 days, last season there were 5,000. No. There were 900 packages of marijuana being sent. So they're going to have to do something because not all of us are, we're not all criminals. I mean, not even. So,
but there are all those cannabis shops nowadays that can legally send out marijuana to marijuana patients and
that's right.
all that, and they're all legal. So
just look on the mailing things and see what is available for your area, and you maybe get lucky and you can send seeds to somebody.
Are we in a legal state? Yes, we are in a legal state. We're based out of Southern Oregon here.
Yes, we are. Southern Oregon. And it's been a lot of learning experience with a lot of the rules that we get here. Sometimes one of the laws that are put out are changed within like 6 months, and you have a hard time kind of keeping up on all the new rules and regulations put out by the government. But I think they're kind of handling this, the marijuana business the way it is now, kind of like the way they did with alcohol and stuff back in the 20s. It was after the prohibition and stuff. I mean, almost everybody could make alcohol and sell it and use it and make a business out of it. And then they thinned them out, and said, we'll have this many labels, I think. And, but since then things have evened out. So I think they're kind of going down that same road.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing at this, but I kind of think they are.
It's all about the control of dollar.
Welcome, it is exactly
Lane
that.
Dusenberry, and we wanted to say thank you for your donation to Father and Son's Treatment Tutorial. It helps immensely.
Yeah, absolutely. It really does.
Truly amazing.
Let's see. Cisco wants to know, let's see. I think it's 6 plants, recreational or meds.
And that's in Southern California.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Same thing for here. Medical cards and stuff are 6 plants. Recreational for someone who lives at an address and still does, for themselves, or somebody with a card, they can have 4 plants of their own, recreational. So they could have a total of 10 plants. In anything bigger, you get up into the next size market for licenses and things. So you're going to have to deal with cameras and all kinds of other things that they, controls that they want you to see or be able to see.
A little more paperwork.
Yeah. Cameras on plants for 24/7 until they are harvested. And I don't know, I don't like the camera bit. I'm a little shy, so.
Let's see, your state is making everything half 3 plants. Where's that?
Let's see. Really? Half. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see they're cutting down. Let's see. Oh, you're in Maine. Very nice. A nice area.
What up? Welcome to the show. What up in the house? Welcome.
Riverside. Blah. They're rating.
Well, we're trying to get out there in the real world anyway.
Yeah. So
almost legal in Maine?
Almost.
There's
so many places that are really going to have to, because I mean it's not just the smoke. There are medicines. I mean, pot, the cannabis plant soaks up anything. I mentioned this before. Virtually anything water soluble, medicines, colors, flavorings, that sort of thing. So and it's pretty simple. So just if you got like we're going to do coffee for my brother, who this garden is. It's his garden. He liked the coffee, and it turned out great. And we've done it 3 seasons now, just one plant to try. Like we said, the last season was our Jaeger, and that was the best one so far. So we'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to do one on our gnome candy down at the bottom of the bed, the lower end of the bed.
One of the mother plants.
That's right. It was our mother plant for what we got clones out of. So that's our initiative for that plant later. And
let's see, Cisco, you got 6 per household, and they are rating for 13 plants in Riverside Country.
That means 1 plant too many.
Mm.
And man, they're cutting wires, aren't they?
Wow.
Of course,
Man.
13 plants might seem a little greedy to some, where I'm not kind of too greedy. I'm perfectly willing to keep it 1 plant under. Just because of that fact. If you go 1 plant over, you're going to get rated. I'm amazed at the way you don't carry paraphernalia if you're in a car or you have smoke. Paraphernalia is an open container. That's the way the police view that.
Basically the same thing, yeah.
So yes, getting a DUI around here now is relatively inexpensive. That went down the day that they decided they're going to swap the laws a bit, and when marijuana became more legal. So that's what they're using. Any pipe or anything that you have, a shooter, a breather, a vapor, anything like that is in your car while you're driving is considered open container. So having smoke in a baggie in your car or however you're carrying it alone doesn't constitute, driving drunk. And that's what they're aiming for. So, and a person getting busted for marijuana as a drunk driving charge is expensive now, like alcohol was a couple years ago. Now you can get a DUI or something, and it's, about 1/3 of the cost of what it used to be. Now, if you get busted with marijuana and paraphernalia, you're talking $3,000. I mean, that's just a ballpark estimate, but you're talking $3,000.
Man.
Not to mention the program you have to go through over the next year or two, probation and that sort of thing. Yeah, they put you through a DUI program.
Drag that out to the full extent.
And the average DUI program runs over the course of a couple years or a year. It averages about $13,000 for the person with the DUI. So drive careful, okay? Right. Be thoughtful of what you're doing. So let's not give them a chance to pinch us in the, on the way there or back. So
let's see, passed in 2017, took 2 years to iron out the details. First retail shop 2020. Almost there. Let's see. Will we ever grow GG number 4?
No, we haven't.
No. Haven't grown.
If you'd like us to try, see about maybe sending us some seeds or something, and we'll see about it next year. I love an experiment, something I haven't tried.
We also have our indoor grows too that we also have growing during the off season because it gets pretty nasty around here during the winter.
During the winter, yeah, it gets pretty gray.
Yeah.
So I'm just totally psyched about being able to talk with people.
Cisco gig, DUI and DWI and 88.
Yeah, DUIs are that's something that the powers that be really do try to enforce because that's how they make their money. So, but like I said, don't drive with a paraphernalia in your car. If you do have paraphernalia, make sure it is brand new and never used.
Or it's got to be packaged and put away, but you also have to have your medical card.
Yes, yes, you do. So having your card with you is also a good thing.
Yeah.
Cisco,
you got 6. Cisco, you got 6 per household. Rating for 13 plants. Oh yeah,
yeah, very good.
A lot of change to a DUI after.
Wow. Yeah, funny how they kind of catch up on the DUI thing after they have an example to follow.
Those bastards.
So, yeah. They said Johnny Dangerous. We have some of them bastards. Oh, well. So, well, too dang small.
Yeah.
Well. We'll remember our pipe next time so we can carry on with the wake and bake.
We're going to figure out some new ways to roll some blunts with some leaves here.
I really do think that a good cigar roller would be a big, big help. So, and with those, we could make the joint or the cigar, however big or small we wanted it. So, yeah, those stems there. I think we have to clip these things off next time.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. We got some really good Ruderalis to smoke though.
Yeah.
All right. So
JoJo's in the house. Welcome to the show.
Welcome, Joe.
Yep. Our indoors LED.
Well, they do pretty fair. I still think that indoor LEDs do need a bit of the. I'm still a believer in the high pressure sodium light. Yeah.
We do have a few LEDs, but we are going to switch it up a little bit this next winter.
I'm going to see about some grow tube for the light fixture that my son has here. We will have my deck at home. We're going to put 2 1,000 watt high pressure sodium lights on. Yeah, we'll stand them up so they reflect in instead of having to be above. Finding an old-fashioned China cap hang down high pressure sodium light is virtually impossible anymore, or around here anyway. So everything comes in a cabinet with a bulb this way that shines down. And I think that's fine, but still the sun reflects this way also. And shining straight down just makes everything grow from here. You want the plant to bloom. So I think we're going to have a couple 1,000 watt bulbs on either end so that they can go shine in. And we'll have them aimed so that everything comes this way. And I'm sure with, 10 or 12 plants on the deck that kind of light will just help them grow really good. You don't need them to grow tall when you're indoors. Remember, you're kind of playing Mother Nature. So keeping the plants as small as possible so that the roots make as big of buds as possible is the objective. So that's a good thing. So like I said, I'm still a believer in the high pressure sodium light. They are a bit old fashioned, but they work. The lumens are, 1,000 watts is 1,000 lumens. And the lumens are what a plant needs to really bud. I would guess, I'm just ifing it here, the minimum to make a plant bud and bud well is a minimum of 100 lumens per plant. So if you've got, 2,000 watt lights and we got 12 plants, that's going to be 200, 250 lumens to a plant, just guessing, to grow and bud on. So the more lumens you have per plant, the better your plant will do indoors. So that and ventilation. Good ventilation. That's right. With a good CO2 mixture. Remember, the plants breathe in what we give off. That's why talking to your plants is a good thing.
I believe it. We all do it. You can't deny it. I know you do it.
I do it all the time, in the garden and out. But yeah, no, the CO2 you breathe out is breathed in by them. One reason the pot plant is readable by infrared from planes or choppers up above is because their photosynthesis is greater than the average plant that's around. They breathe in and give off 3 times the carbon dioxide and oxygens that they make. They breathe in 3 times the carbon dioxide and give off 3 times the oxygen as the average plant. So that is why they're readable by infrared. So there are other plants around that are close. The laurel plant or laurel trees, manzanita bushes, that sort of thing. They do the same, but still the color of the graph is a little bit lower. So they're breathing in 2 to 2.5 times. So that is a good thing to keep an ear on and remember if you have, just choppers flying over taking pictures. It's happened before around here. It happened quite a bit. We had choppers flying over trees going like this, trying to move the top of the tree so they could see if anything's underneath them. So, but this was several years ago when police are being police. And
let's see, your plants were flooded with sewer water, so you flushed them and it's looking good. Should you be worried?
If you flush them really well right away, I wouldn't worry too much. If they sat like that for a long time and were allowed to absorb the human waste, that could pose a problem. Like I said, they do drink anything water soluble, and that includes sewer. So it will also suck up and flavor the plant as sewer.
Oh man, that's a shitty situation all the way around.
That's not even going to think. But no, if you got them cleaned out and right away and stuff and flushed, I don't think you would have too much trouble with it. It's when they have hours or days to absorb that you may. Okay.
Flush them good. Let's see, how many times?
I just make sure they're good and clean.
Yeah.
Flush them with just plain water for 2 or 3 days, or even 4. It couldn't hurt. So good luck on that.
Yeah.
That is something.
Remember, you can fertilize while you're flushing. Right?
No, I would just you could, but no, I would just use just plain water. That way, that whatever the plant is drinking is clean. Okay, that would be a good idea. Just plain water.
Yeah.
And then after a few days or something, then go back to your regular fertilizing and see how that goes. So, what else?
Yeah.
But a plant like the pot plant being able to suck up anything is a good thing for the medical community. I've done several.
It was only one night. Said it was only one night.
One night. Oh, well, that's good.
That's
Flush yourself out for 4 days if you've had like one night and stuff. Don't worry about it. As long as you got it out and clean, that's good. If you have feces or something that's on the top of the ground, I would say rake it up, and get it off of there. And then just if you have to, get a bag of compost or something and spray around your plant again, if you have to. Because believe me, you don't want hepatitis or something up in your plant, because it will. I'm sure that's a water soluble thing. So,
see, no edibles from the sewage plant.
No edibles from the sewage plant.
Any living bugs, biohazards will burn if smoked. So says the paraquat studies.
Yeah. Oh, I love the paraquat things. Those were back in the 70s when I first seen them. Yeah. I was down in Tahoe and I knew a couple people that kicked it because of that stuff. That stuff ate one lady's lung. I can you right from day one. Whatever it was that she smoked on that thing, it just corroded her lung. And yeah, in 3 months she was dead. All right. He was flushing at the time anyway.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. But like I said, if you have toilet paper or feces or anything on the top of the soil, clean it off, rake it up, clean it off. Some decent something.
Compost.
Yeah, that will help. Just don't leave if you see something abnormal on the dirt around your plant, get rid of it. Just to be on the safe side.
Scrape it.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. You could go, maybe an inch or so.
You don't want to go too far to where you're scraping your roots.
That's right. There's a space there between roots and the top of the soil. So just cleaning it off the top and stuff is a good idea. Get rid of it, burn it, send it down the road in the garbage can. But don't leave it there. So.
Yeah. Excellent.
If you're out in the woods growing on a Gorilla Grow type setup, there are lots of things you can do. I built boxes, like 3-foot square boxes, a foot deep. I run them up 20 feet up into the trees, the lower trees, for safekeeping, so to speak. And we put like 2 plants in a box. We had 15 plants or 15 boxes at the time. This was a Gorilla Grow years ago out in the woods. And just letting them down on a pulley. We had a rabbit pump to pump the water up a few feet and water the plants with. We'd pull the plants back up, and they were up underneath the top of the laurel trees. I mean, 20 feet above the ground. And a lot of times people walking through the woods didn't look up, and they probably could have seen a whole lot if they had. So believe me, if you got the plant or the property where you could do an experiment like that, try it. It works.
It's pretty fun too.
Yeah, it is. I always think you're doing something different, and you're just educating yourself.
I always did them inside of huge blackberry patches. You hollow them out. You get the tunnels. You go in there,
yeah, those
then you
work
hollow the whole inside out. So you let the light through, and we have a few plants inside.
That just kept a lot of critters as well as 2-legged critters out too.
Pyro, thank you guys. You are welcome. You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, very cool. So, let's see. Anything else we can talk about this morning?
I think that wraps it up.
Yeah.
I think our next video we might be in the garden. So
I did run just a quick walkthrough after watering this morning. I watered the whole bed. I turned around. We'll post that here soon to show you the sun. My phone doesn't exactly pick it up, but I mean, you can see the white dot up there. And to me, looking through the atmosphere, it's just a big red dot. The place is overcast. And like I said, we did a little FYI with the ash on your leaves. So we'll post that later for anybody else to look and check out. And I hope it helps them out if they have a fire in their area, sometime this summer. We pray not, but still it's something to look at and consider when you're having dandruff landing on your plant. So,
and we will also do an update on our Ruderalis.
Yeah, we'll send some pictures on that too.
Root and flows.
Because I'm serious, they really are. We got like 8 or 10 buds as big as my arm now. And
Ruben is in the house.
Good morning, Ruby.
Yep. It's always a treat. Thanks
How
for
are the
joining,
kids?
Ruben.
I hope you're all doing well down there.
Uncle Buck, welcome. Always better late than never, right? Ah, shit. I got here when
they're
all
signing
off.
That's okay. You can still go back and check it out from the beginning when you're later.
Yeah, like I said earlier, for the people that just hopped on, we're
just doing an experimental
live streams right now.
That's
but
right.
We will be scheduled earlier as soon as I get done with my weekend work for live streams on it.
Yeah, we'll figure out a regular time once a week to do this, so we can answer questions or just sit here and get baked and
that's right.
Talk with our friends.
Answer any questions that need answered.
Or discuss anyway.
That's right.
Our answers aren't always the right ones. Sometimes it's nice to hear from someone else that has a different view, and I'm perfectly willing to go with that sometimes. So
that's right.
As long as we're all helping each other, we can only do better. So,
that's right.
All
right, guys. So remember, follow our Instagram, Facebook, and remember, hit the like, give us a good thumbs up, and subscribe. Remember to hit the notification so you get our videos. And later, Cisco the Kid, Ruben.
Later, that's right. Cisco, cool.
Everybody here that joined, thank you.
This has been fun.
Okay, cool. You watch it later when it's uploaded? Awesome. Let's see. and go check out your plants. You switched from a 400 watt to a 150 watt.
High pressure sodium.
Yep.
Gotta go see how the temps have changed.
Take care.
Cool.
Yeah. Just make sure you got good ventilation.
That's a major thing, ventilation. All righty.
We'll see you on the next one, guys.
Thank you for
Thanks
watching.
for joining.
Ha ha.